Hi, my name is Natalie Flores, and it was my idea to make DACA more known around the school and the fact that it could be taken away from our citizens and some students that go here. Here are some thoughts on the subject.
I believe that if you are a young person and you were born in another country but you came here illegally with your parents, or your parents brought you into the United States, that it would allow you to stay here.
I know many kids and adults that were brought here when they were young. They don't have any family in their other country that they could go back to, and it would be like a really big hardship for them to get taken away.
Because you're taking kids away from their parents, and that's not good. Like, just imagining being away from my parents, saying that I was in that situation, being away from my parents, that'd be really hard. And going to another state without my parents, that's just, being away from family is not okay. In general, it's just not okay, him doing that.
I guess I'd have to put it in my own shoes or experience. If I had brought my children here from England or Canada, where I'm from, then I would expect them to, because they're children, they didn't really have a choice. So if children don't have a choice, that they should be exempt from the rule and they should be allowed to become American citizens, as long as that they're not breaking the law and they're being a productive citizen.
It's a heartbreaking thing, and it would really affect me and the people around me.
I have a really close family. In fact, that it would really be an effect on where two of the siblings were born in Mexico and brought here when they were really young, and one of them was born here, and I can't imagine that they'd get separated and then taken from their parents and all of that. So it's definitely something that I think about, and it's in my heart.
Because it's something that not just doesn't affect me, but the people, a lot of people in this, a lot of families of people that go to this school.
Imagining being away from my parents, or getting that idea of being away from my parents, that I could be taken away from my parents. I wouldn't, honestly, no one would like that. I wouldn't like that.
If you're breaking the law and in gangs and doing all kinds of behavior that, like any other person, whether you're a citizen or not, would be doing, you should not be allowed to, well, you should be incarcerated. And if you're not legal, then you should be asked to leave or deported.
Honestly, I don't know, kind of emotional, because I have a bunch of friends that are not from this country, and I don't know, I couldn't imagine it if they got taken away.
I think that to make people educated about it is a really good idea, as long as people take that knowledge and use it wisely.
As you can tell, DACA is a very sensitive but important topic that everyone should be educated on. Thank you for tuning in. Back to you.
Last week, the Sedro-Woolley High School Drama Club put on the Stage Door play. Let's see how it went.
Hi, my name is Adrian Schmidt. This week, we took a look at the play called Stage Door and how hard our cast and crew has worked so hard to make it a hit. Here it is.
I play Madeline. She's kind of the mini Mrs. Orcott, who is the keeper of the house. She tries to, help the girls with decisions and, warn them of Keith Burgess's and other things.
I play Matthew. Matthew is the butler. I answer a lot of doorbells, and I wait on the girls pretty much. I do their ironing, I do all the cooking that they think's terrible, but it's okay.
I play Terry. She is the main character in the play. It's kind of about her struggles of becoming an actress and what she has to go through, and she always lets other people take what she really wants, and she always helps her friends through their problems and doesn't think about herself.
I'm most excited for opening night. I think it's a really good experience. My first opening night in Bye Bye Birdie was a lot of fun, so I'm excited for that this year.
I think it's going to go great because we have an amazing cast. We have amazing director and producer, Miss Nita and Miss Gregory. We always pull through for the show, so.
I really think the play is going to do good, and it's going to be really fun and successful. I am so excited for opening night. I'm really nervous because this is the first play I've ever done, but I think it's going to be really great.
My role as drama president is to keep everyone as a community, as a family. I make sure things get done. You know, I like to say that I'm a third of G's brain, so, you know, drama president is just trying to keep everything together.
My favorite scene probably is when Kay dies. Well, she doesn't die, but just because I get to go off stage and scream and cry.
That rocked. Thank you to the drama department for all the hard work and time that you guys put in to create such an amazing play.
And I'm on a search for musical talent at Sedro-Woolley High School. Let's get into it. What age did you start playing the guitar?
Well, about 8 years old. So 8 years ago on Christmas, I got my first left-handed guitar that I was able to start playing.
Oh, and who do you look up to as a musician?
Well, as far as inspiration goes, I don't know where to begin because there's a lot. From guitarists on YouTube that I find to Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, Jack Johnson, Passenger, just anybody that I like their music. I try to figure out what they play.
What instruments do you play?
I play guitar and I sing and I play the drums too. Or I can play the drums, I'm not good at it.
When did you learn to play these?
I learned to play guitar a few years ago and I've been doing it since, so yeah.
What instrument do you play?
I play the guitar.
How long have you played the guitar for?
About 6 or 7 years.
And then do Woolley's Got Talent and Woolley Idol. I kind of just want to probably start doing volunteer events to get known around the community.
What instrument do you play?
The drums.
How long have you played the drums for?
3 years.
Do you have any future plans with your drums?
Yeah, I go professional.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Dead or Alive.
And the song Let Her Go by Passenger.
Okay. Can you play it, please?
Yeah.
Wow, that was very interesting. Now back to you.
The play looked great, and if you want to go watch the whole thing, search up KUBZ News and click on this year's fall play broadcast.
For our next video that we are going to share with you, we had Gabby Richardson and Elise Gibson ask some seniors what their bucket lists were before they graduated high school. Let's see what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Elise Gibson, and for this broadcast, my team interviewed our senior class about their bucket list before they graduate.
Oh, let me think. Well, first of all, I would like to graduate, so that's one of them. And second of all, it'd be nice to be able to drive my truck that I've been building for the last year and a half.
So we're gonna be cheesy here and say that I want to have good grades this year, cause yeah.
I want to learn how to code in C++. That is why I'm taking Computer Science 2 this year.
You know, I don't know, graduation's coming pretty soon, but I guess one of the things that I want to do before I graduate is make a successful mixtape that people actually enjoy, you know, viral, make it go big.
To pass the 2 classes that I'm failing.
I want to get all C's. I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to like have a good job and I want to be stable before I move on in life.
And that was the seniors with their goals before they graduate. What's on your bucket list?
As fall sports come to an end, we interviewed the seniors about how they feel about their last season.
I run cross country.
I ran cross country.
Football. I played tennis.
Do swimming.
Volleyball.
I played soccer. I guess when I was little, I like pointed out to my mom and said that I wanted to play.
Decided to try something new.
My parents made me run cross country, but then I made a lot of friends that were in cross country and I wanted to stay in shape for track and field.
My parents encouraged me to play all the sports and I ended up really liking it.
My dad thought I'd have fun in it and turns out I did.
I'm gonna be pretty sad.
Because I kind of knew that this would be it.
It's terrifying and amazing all at the same time.
It's the end of an experience, but I think it was ultimately a good experience for me.
It was my last chance to do well in high school, but also
to look forward to what I have waiting after high school.
When it comes to that, it's just kind of weird.
It's sad, but at the same time, like, I'm excited to graduate.
I'm gonna miss my teammates the most.
All the teammates.
I'm gonna miss the girls.
Definitely the people.
Team. I'm gonna miss the people.
I won't be continuing in college.
Probably not going to run cross country in college.
I would like to.
No, I don't really want to.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
You learn like so much.
How to stay on my feet if I can.
I learned how to work as a team, but also as an individual.
To be good at it, it's really hard.
I learned a lot.
Just about working hard and, work ethic.
That you can always improve if you just try every day and not slack off.
It is sad to see the seniors go, but we know that they will go on to do more great things.
Everyone screws up, especially teachers. That's why we wanted to roast them.
What was their biggest fail?
You ever notice your teacher's dramatic fails? Well, we went around interviewing all the teachers on their dramatic fails. Check it out.
My name is Ms. Gilness. So I can share a moment with you. When I first became a teacher, I received a grant from the Gates Foundation to have a bunch of computers in my room, and I thought this was really great. However, there was a moment in time when a new student had come to my classroom and did not speak English, and so I asked the particular student, my little techie guy in the room, I asked him if he would look up Romeo and Juliet, Spanish version of that, so that she could follow along. And he willingly obliged, nice kid, he went ahead and did that. What he also did in a matter of 2 minutes is he sent a death threat by email to the President of the United States, George Bush Sr. at the time. So 2 days later, I had the Men in Black in my classroom. They were investigating any computer I had that had the word president on it. They quarantined the library, they took all the computers in there, and they were trying to figure out who had sent the threat. So it just showed us how quickly, what manpower was involved.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hawkins. I'm a teacher here at Sedro-Woolley High School. I think probably my biggest fail is that one time I approached a friend who I knew really well. I'm really good friends with her sister. I see her all the time, even now. And I thought she was pregnant, and she wasn't, apparently. So I did that whole touching her belly, asking her when her due date was, and she just said, "Oh, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat." Anyway, that was my big fail moment of life.
Well, that was our story on the teacher dramatic fails. Hope you guys enjoyed.
I think it's shattered. My God, finally, I've been here for days. You changed freaking clothes.
I don't think anyone can beat the death threat.
And I hope no one else does.
Now we're going to show you what things we do in this class. Hey guys, welcome to our story about broadcasting behind the scenes, where we take a look about some of the stuff that happens behind the camera.
Hello, my name is Scott Holst, and I'm in the 10th grade. My favorite thing about broadcasting is helping lead the class and also doing videos for bigger projects, such as the district video that we're working on right now, which is essentially just us trying to renovate some of the schools in the Sedro-Woolley School District.
I'm creating a graphic for the Jumbotron for soccer throw-in, and so I chose a picture that Yearbook has taken, and I carved out the main focus of her throwing in a soccer ball, and I'm going to put it on the slide and with the words throw-in, and it'll pop up every time there's a throw-in on the soccer field. I'm taking B-roll footage, which is footage that we put in to take place in where interviews go in our broadcasts.
So are you getting B-roll footage of cars right now?
Yeah, because our next broadcast will be of the best vehicles in our parking lots.
Hi, my name is Elise Gibson, and my favorite thing about broadcasting is teaching the new students how to film and edit videos on Premiere.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Now back to you. What are your Halloween favorites? Let's hear some things you guys have to share.
Here's some of your guys' thoughts on Halloween.
I think the best costume to wear on Halloween is something that doesn't make you look like yourself. So like if you have crazy makeup or like a mask or something like that nobody knows who you are, that is like the best thing ever.
The best costume to wear on Halloween would be like black morph suits because you blend in with like everything at dark and you scare the crap out of people.
The best costumes I saw this year were there was a group of friends who dressed up as everyone from Riverdale, and I thought that was just like really clever.
So my favorite prank that I think I've done is we were at Northern State when the haunted house was going on, and we hid in the bushes with like masks over our faces, and then when like little kids would go by, we'd jump out of the bushes and throw eggs at them, or we'd like tackle them to the ground and then go back into the bushes so they couldn't see us.
Favorite prank would have to be taking an actual chainsaw, taking the chain off, and then starting it and running after people.
The best prank that was ever pulled on me was that I was at my friend's house and they were playing with a Ouija board, and her little brother started flickering the lights, and it scared all of us so bad.
My favorite candy like for Halloween night would probably be Twix or Skittles, just because I like Twix because of the caramel and stuff like that, and then Skittles because they're really fun to throw at people and like I can catch a bunch of them in my mouth.
The kind of candy I prefer on Halloween night would have to be Twix and then Kit Kats because I just like to crunch them.
I think the best candy for Halloween would be candy corn, because I love candy corn.
So that was our story on Halloween. Now back to you guys.
Well, that sure was something. I know what I'm going to be next Halloween.
With more and more students turning 16, we have been interviewing kids on who has the best vehicles.
Hey Colby, who do you think has the coolest vehicle in the parking lot?
Well, I kind of like Brent's Jeep, but...
Brent's Jeep's pretty cool. Let's get some other opinions too.
Alright.
In your opinion, who has the best vehicle in the Sedro-Woolley High School parking?
I'll probably say Devin's Silverado, the red one, Thomas's 2017 Mustang, and Alex's Mustang. It's pretty nice.
Adam Cassidy's truck. It's white and black, and it's dope.
Who has the best vehicle in the high school? I'm gonna have to go with Colton Schwett's Jeep. I mean, what's not to like about it? He's getting new wheels and tires for it. It's easily got the best sound system. It's got that 4-inch lift, sounds good, cut exhaust, and V8 rumble.
Sounds like we have some pretty cool vehicles out there. On to the next story.
We have some cool cars in our parking lot.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for watching KUBZ News. See you next time.